Alright, it's midnight and I want to do a trade recap of today's trading day. Well, actually, I was doing one after I finished with my trades, but I was too frustrated and too tired, to be honest, to do one or to actually do it properly. So that's the reason why I'm doing it right now, because now I feel kind of fresh and comfortable. I took a shower, so let's start. Now, first things first, I have to mention today I was doing many just violating almost all of my trading rules because tomorrow I had a morning shift at Domino's, which I didn't want to do. I tried to find someone else to do that for me. I was asking the boss, "Hey, can you get someone else?" Because I can't, but he said he couldn't find anyone and he needs someone right now. And yeah, then I was actually going. And before I went to my morning shift, I was trying to force a trade on EURUSD, I think. Right here, I was going short because of this liquidity sweep, and also on the 1 hour was kinda. Oh, actually, sorry, 50 minutes was kind of getting into very little resistance, but overall, you know, it was kind of you could see it coming, or at least say okay, now overall we want to go long, so it's kind of unreasonable to go short. The only thing which kind of would give me some kind of setup would be just a little retracement, in other words, a scalp, because liquidity sweep maybe go down, fair value gap, and then up. But yeah, it's kind of it's relatively it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, now anyways. Then I was going to Domino's, working my shift, being super pissed because I couldn't be on the markets and monitor price action actively. And then I arrived home. I was actually, on a rush to go to get home as soon as possible. And then because I was so loaded with all this anger and frustration because I had to go and I felt like I was missing out, I was doing stupid trades. I was trading gold, which was not, wise to trade at all because again, were here at all-time highs and we don't have any data to compare with. So overall, this was already the first mistake to try to trade gold right here on, wait, hold on, this levels, because again, right there was literally all-time high and we don't have any data. So this was pretty much gambling. If I wanted to go to take a trade, then perhaps a long right here because it was getting into the supply zone slash order block. But to be honest, it's not really enough because again, all-time highs, and it's a bit, yeah, I would say fishy to try to get a setup. Now, on the other hand, your USD, I was seeing a setup, but one thing I forgot to mention right here, I was actually entering, closing, re-enter, closing, doing this I think 3 or 4 or 5 times. And then I did the same shit on your USD, around this level, going long, then close, reopened. And this back and forth caused me to not only rinse the small profits from last week, I actually was going to the negatives. So of this trade, I was able to get break even, actually above break even, but before I'm going to break down more details about this trade, I'm going to show you what I was seeing and what my setup was for this short. Now, overall, what we could see from last week especially was that EURUSD was retracing. We had a breakout of this bullish channel and we was seeing right there a retracement right there. Also under this resistance, which becomes the support on the daily and 4 hour. So I was expecting for your USD to get back here, to keep with the retracement and then go back up so it can proceed with the uptrend. Actually, if you want, now I personally wouldn't do it, but you could actually even use the Fibonacci, and check the Fibonacci levels. And it was actually getting close to this permanent discount level. At least it was going below this permanent discount level. But I think you get the point. But on the daily or overall, I barely use, or I really rarely use Fibonacci levels. Now, anyways, knowing that with the high time frame confirmation, we can't keep not scaling, sorry. Well, yes, scaling down. and get to the 1 hour. And the thing is, one thing I have to mention, we don't really have any swing really real swing highs to be taken out besides of this one. So what I actually was mentioning in the morning already is that I wanted to see price to go to the upside and then retrace to the downside, so we get actually a clean swing high which can be later be taken out, in other words be close above it, because again this one is like a bit too unclean for me. But I was still being aware of that, and I kind of still marked it as a swing high, and also in other words the market structure shift. Now, the reason why I was going short is because I was expecting this little retracement, so we get a clean swing high. So we get like a kind of closure above it, a clean one. And this resistance here was actually a good help, like on the 1 hour. So high time frame confirmation, we already got it. And when we scale down to the 15 minutes, or to be more exact, on the 5 minutes, it was actually also pretty strong, like with knowing all of this, because we knew price wants to go up. On the 1 hour, it still was like looking like a downtrend, so we want confirmation for the trend shift on the 1 hour, because in the higher time frames we already know it wants to go higher. And then we got this, let's say, yeah, a market structure shift from here on, and we also want to see a new clean swing high being built, so we get like a proper and clean market structure shift, if you get me. So this was like being in a very comfortable and good zone, and it either could have gone like higher and higher, or retrace to the downside. And we see right here the first side, then boom was going to the downside, and then was going up again, and it failed to close above it. So we got here a very clean liquidity sweep, and we see it was going to the downside, but then it was going up again, taking this high one as well. But the thing is, it failed to close above it, and it also failed to go higher and higher. So I was actually watching this price action, doing all the stupid things right there, and then catching myself up again, and then properly watch price action, because then I was able to fortunately reflect and zoom out again, and then I was aware of all those confirmations. And yeah, then I saw price fails to close above it, it fails to go higher, and we see here this resistance on the 5 minutes. Sorry, well, yes, this resistance on the 5 minutes, also on the 1 hour of this one on the left. And then I was going short, and my main target actually was this low. Now, the thing is, I was going to my direction very, smooth and clean, but I actually closed it right here because I was, having so many trades today and doing some stupid re-enters and like just literally violating my rules. Yeah, I was incredibly pissed. Yeah, it was super frustrating, because of this and that and the Domino's morning shift. Yeah, sure, of course. But the thing is, even if those things happen, which piss you off a lot, you still need to be able to control your emotions and have everything on check. Because at this point, we are, or at least I am, a professional, and I was not acting like a professional. So this is how a professional acts. Maybe there's some things even in his private life who are like, which are causing a lot of frustration and anger, but still, you either don't trade at all because of that, or you catch yourself up and just be like focused, undistracted focus, and forget about this and let it go. Because if you are in a situation where you're like emotionally very aroused or something like that, then you have to let it go. Let it go. You just have to let it go, because then it makes everything so much easier. And as you can see, it worked out pretty well. Was retracing to the downside. Very cool, yeah. And then it was doing this, what I literally expected for it to do. Boom, going to the upside, close above it. Now we have here a very clean candle closure above it. So I would like to call this the clean market structure shift, because this is kind of like, it's not a very clean one, if you ask me, in the 1 hour. Now we can still take it, but I think you get the point what I try to say. So yeah, now today was overall, like I would say, a very chaotic trading day. But just think about it, like last week was like pretty much the same. I also was like super fucked up because of reasons. But I'm not concerned, and to be honest, because I'm getting better. I'm just getting like literally back to my routine. So I would call like a little slip, if you get me, from the thing from the past week, because now overall I have like 3 trading days of this Funnel Challenge account because I bought it on Thursday and now we have Monday, and every single day was profitable. But because of this, mistakes, the profits are always very small. But right now overall I'm up over 1%, and only the fact that I was able to still be profitable a bit today, actually more than last time, while having all this chaos going on and all those emotions, it just makes me ask myself, what if nothing like that is on the way? Like nothing of this bullshit is, making me feel like that and going crazy and doing stupid things involving my rules. And if I follow strictly my rules, how much profit am I able to do? I think this question alone, with being aware of the outcome, yeah, it's at least an interesting mind game. Now, that's, yeah, pretty much the whole trade recap from the whole day. Yes, I was violating my rules. Yes, I was doing stupid things. Yes, I kind of was not really able to monitor the whole price action properly because of the morning shift at Domino's. Yes, but still, um, I was able at least to catch myself again and see the real setup while being emotionally having such a chaos in my head. And yeah, now tomorrow I have no work on Domino's. Now this evening I also had like a shift at the evening as well. But yeah, now no shifts like the for the whole week. I think until Saturday, or no, sorry, until Friday I have no shifts left, so I can fully focus on trading, training, and other stuff. So yeah, with that being said, cheers.